Alright folks, it's Cattys. Come out to the woods today, meeting up with Mac Tightwood, Alan. They're the only people I know right now that are turning up. So stay tuned. Did you like me new? I'm trying out a new bit of bushcraft kit. This is actually an old Only Fools and Horses bag, and you know, with it being yellow, it'd be ideal for using in the winter, because obviously the maple leaves and a lot of the leaves off the trees are all, you know, it's not a dissimilar colour. I mean, if we drop it onto the floor, it almost disappears, doesn't it? You know, and a bit of free advertising for Trotters independent trading, and yeah, so might see it coming out in a video every now and again, you know what I mean? Because, of course it won't. I've literally, I've bought some cakes, and I also needed to pick up a tin of Nido for Mac, because this is lovely milk powder if you've never used it before. Great with the with bannock bread mixes and stuff like that, and even just using your coffee and teas and all like that and stuff like that. It doesn't seem to lump up like some of the other sort of milk powders you use. Not affiliated with them or anything, but this is obviously from Mac, so that's the reason why I've got this bag today, and obviously some cakes, because the old boys do like a cake. And Alan, I believe, is bringing out, he's doing a casserole or something. Anyway, so anyway, that was a long intro, wasn't it? Stay tuned, folks. As today is Monday, this weekend coming, I'm going to be going to a location Neil Andrews from Greencraft and Craig from Black Wolf Survival. They're doing a sort of charity event, I believe, for a cancer charity, and it's kind of been run inside with sort of, you know, the passing of Morse Kahansky and stuff like that, with him passing the cancer and all the rest of it. So what they've done is obviously they've, you know, making a donation to a cancer charity, and with that in mind, obviously that's then your admission for the weekend, or the overnighter that they're doing. And what I want to do in one of my bit in the video today is some time back I made a, you know, a super shelter of sorts, okay, and that is the plan of one of the things that they wish to do on that, or they plan to do on that weekend, is to build super shelters. Possibly look at the little kits that Moors used to make, and maybe tri-sticks and stuff like that, keeping it in line with the sort of Moors philosophy of bushcraft and the outdoors and that sort of stuff. So I've got I have got a video. I'll stick it up on the card if you want to go and have a look at it, and it's basically a video that when I had my first play around with actually making one of those shelters. And what I used was one of the orange sheets with the with sort of like the silver backing to it, and then I just used a plastic sheet down the front, and I actually put boughs in it and stuff like that, and it was actually quite surprising how warm it got by having a small fire out the front of it. But I think my plan this weekend is to probably use candles, I think. But anyway, as a little bit of a practice, and obviously to share with you viewers, I'm going to that could be one of the little things I'll be doing today. But obviously the first priority is, as you know, got to have an obligatory brew. So let's get on with it. Use this for now. Certainly need it, it's a bit chilly this morning. Okay, there we go. Sweet. You know, for when I'm pruning plants and stuff on my estate. A bit thorny, some of these bits of wood, so it's all coming handy. I think you get now like a pair of Bushcraft Fiscus, you think Gerber or someone will bring them out if they haven't done already. Coming handy, stuff like this, I just didn't realise. Yeah, mind you, I'll be doing my best. know if you've noticed, but I'm using an extra bit of filming equipment now, and it's another tripod, but obviously it's smaller, so you can get those real low angles, you know, like, you know, the really low ones, the ones that really low, you know what I mean, they're the ones. So obviously I've got this one, that tripod, right, and I've got this little one that's for the low stuff. All right, yeah. Something else I just found in the chest pocket, and that's the old Vaseline and cotton wool. Great little firelighter, isn't it? Don't even know they were in there. But then again, if this was a real survival situation, obviously I would have checked my jacket and my underpants and everything to see what's you know, what's loitering around, what I could use. Oh, yeah. Cut it in anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna go and have a brew. It's not that pine. Cup of the old Darjeeling coffee, alright. Assume the position for a minute, chill out, have a beer and a beer. Yeah, that'd be the right thing. In a video, a couple of videos back, if you watch the videos, all of them, then you would have seen the one where Baldrick basically had me jumping out of my skin. So the plan right now is to sit here with my back to a tree. They normally come in from that way, so I can see if Baldrick turns up, and this time if he sneaks up on me, he'll be getting one of them, you know what I mean, like a Cato chop right across the throat, you know what I mean. So yeah, that'd be a good one. If he turns up, give it some of that, would I? Give him a, you know, bit of the old karate chop round the throat. Of course I won't. He's a lovely dog. Oh. I kind of forget what a natty bit of kit that is, that grill. So while I'm sitting here waiting for Baldrick to turn up, and he's not going to scare the life out of me this time, I want to show you this hobo reel I made. I've made a few hobo reels in the past. What I wanted to do was I actually wanted to sort of make one a little bit bigger, blah blah blah. See, you know, usual thing, you go on YouTube, have a look on YouTube. And one guy that I don't watch very often, or his videos, is that MCQ Bushcraft, and obviously one of his videos come up on there, and it was this hobo. He's done, you know, one that he's made of a hobo hand line, and I decided to make one similar. Obviously not as not aesthetically pleasing as his one, but all the same, it's something that I've made. I used a piece of upholstery leather and an old bit of seat belt, so it can obviously go onto my belt. And then I've got the actual hand reel inside. If I pull that out, so you can see there, I've got I think this is about a 12-pound line I've got on now, something like that, and a 2BB float, and some split shot on there, and a small hook. And then in the end now, I've basically got a little piece of cork from a wine bottle, and then on there I've got a bit of number 12 bank line. And then what I can do is pull that out, and I've used a tiny bit of deer skin, and I've got a hook. I've got a couple of hooks on there, and they sit in there. I mean, gradually I will add to it or take away, whatever, but it was a little project that I was doing a little while ago. You might have seen me do the hand reel when I was out with John, and this is kind of the sort of the finished result. I haven't had an opportunity to use it yet. I will do at some point, but yeah. And then it slots obviously nicely into this little pouch here that I've basically sort of copied, similar to Mike, what's his name, Mike, or MCQ Bushcraft, whatever. So yeah, so I'm quite pleased with that, how that come out. Just obviously need to be able to fish with it. Oh yeah, well that was quick, wasn't it? There's something I've learnt about this cup, and normally I do the washing up at home a lot of the time, because, you know, that's the kind of guy I am, really, you know, and not only that, because my wife sort of beats me, you know. And no, she don't, I'm only joking. But one thing I found was that when I wash this, normally when I pick it out the basin, I always think that there's a fork or a bit of cutlery stuck that comes through the mouthpiece. Anyway, I emailed Dave and Dean, Wanderer Essex, because I found out that when you close the lid and then lift it, oh, there's Baldrick. Here he is. I'll come back to you, folks. So you can't scare me now. Baldrick! Oi! Yeah, so you can't scare me. Psh. Here come the boys. Here comes where there's a Baldrick, there's a Mac Tartwad and Alan. Morning, chaps. Alan looks like he's been shopping. I've said to myself, I'm going to sit against this tree with my cup of coffee and I'm going to wait, because I don't want to happen what happened in that video a little time ago.
He gave you a proper spook, mate, didn't he? I know. But he always knows where the places are.
Oh, brilliant. Well, yeah, I mean, he obviously used to it, isn't he? But like, I was like, right, I'm going to, if you watch this video, like earlier on, going, right, I'm sitting here against this tree, so Baldrick don't come up and scare the life out of me.
No, he proper loves it, mate. He's been doing zoomies all morning. Got hooked up there, actually.
Give that a bit like soap water and old brush and put it out on the, yeah, I mean, wherever we are, wherever you want to be. Put them all in one place. Yeah, that's just some paraffin. Well, I'll tell you what I looked at it is where Open Reach pulling fibre to the house from the pole, they get on the drum with the sort of the tube that has the fibre in, they get this stuff. Oh, right. And you see a drum, and then you see like a little sort of separate part on the drum with this round it. And once they've finished, pulled it all in, they throw it away, the guys. So you know, anyone who's doing that, I mean, sort of, I know a few lads now that I might be able to sort of ask them to sort of save it. You know? Save it for you. Hey? Yeah, just having a play around with it. I made one a while ago, but obviously with us going out next weekend, I'm probably going to sleep in it next weekend. But I'm probably going to use candles, I think, as opposed to a fire. can't get that cold place on there. Yeah.
It's the blowing fitness
Right, so that's the start of it then, folks. Yeah, this is probably what I'm going to go with next weekend. Admittedly, that plastic's quite thin, but it still does the job. I used it in the other video I done. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the stove just a little bit closer and see what sort of heat I get off it. I mean, even that might be an option, who knows. But at the moment, I'm going to look at heating it up with candles, I think, because I am planning on sleeping in it at the weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off camera, get some more logs, and then I'll come back. So I've weighed it down with the ash logs that side. Put some in that side. I might even use a bit of tape on it or something, muck around at home with it a bit more. Yeah, so what I'll do now is I'm just going to build up the fire on my my little tray down now, and then we'll see how that goes. But, I mean, admittedly, as I say, I'm going to be using the candle setup, I think. Yeah, so I just got in it. I can see why Moore's kind of come up with the idea of this, or actually, I think he originally got it from watching kids, I think, on one of his courses or something. But you know, I was just in there, Mac was talking to me while I was in there, and I've just got the little fire going now, and as I say, you can really feel the heat off it. You can, you know, you can see how it works as a greenhouse, and the greenhouse principle. And I think with me using candles in now, you know, with the measurement of British thermal units, the BTUs, I think it's, what is it, 1 BTU output on a candle. So if I've got sort of maybe 3 or 4 candles in there, it's certainly going to take it up a degree or 2. So yeah, I'm impressed. I'll have to do a little bit of titivating, I think, finally with it, but I might just bring a roll of gaffer tape and then do it obviously when I'm on the actual experience at the weekend. So yeah, impressed.
And I said, oh, you can carry it in your pocket.
Oh yeah.
Right to be your guide. Yes. That one could have been folded up a bit smaller.
It is a puffy little shelter.
And I've still got room to, you know, put a few bits in. Not, you know, your
square
glove,
cup, square kettle.
Yeah. They won't know what we're on about, will they? Al's got a square kettle and a square, like Billy can.
Alright folks, yeah, I was doing a bit of filming. I've just checked back on the camera. Noticed that the battery power had gone on the camera today. And in the meantime, I'd built a super shelter, and what I thought was I'd recorded it all. But it appears that I haven't done, so I deeply apologise. What I might do is on the end of the video is just stick some photographs up that I took today while I was out, you know, what ones that I've done on my phone. I might stick them up, but yeah, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? Right, so just for you folks, right, because obviously I lost that footage, I just don't know what happened to it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rig up the, I'm going to do a super shelter now in quick sort of time. So I'm obviously just going to leave the video camera run while I set it up. I have got another picture from the previous job to pay out. So it's another picture. As I say, I'll get a bit of work somewhere good. The odd day here or there,
whatever. Yeah.
Oh, the job we want.
Yeah.
In the 5 days, Des?
Hey?
Shit, corner.
Oh, blimey.
Portable, Des? It's alright just picking up, is it?
Yeah, yeah, give me. Cheers.
You?
No. Yeah.
Put some bit of wood.
Did you find the Witten route any easier, Des?
Sorry, mate.
Did you find going back to Witten then down the A12 any easier?
That's the way I normally go.
Oh right, you
Yeah.
came through the Knockleys, wasn't it, one time?
Yeah. The way I normally go anyway, yeah.
No, nothing. Nothing.
That's all right, mate. He does nothing. When he goes home, all he does is sleep.
Oh, mate. Because I'm rushing now.
Want a hand, Des? There's owl coming out
I'm
there.
not sure. I don't know what I've done. I've just
when I rolled it up, I didn't roll it up, it's just taking it over the back. There we go. I just lost the roll up there as well. I can weigh it down at the back. I don't know what I did. I think when I rolled it up,
You scrunched up in your hand.
yeah. Just from there, just to get the desired effect.
Right, there it is, folks. Unfortunately, honestly, I did it earlier, did some videoing. I don't know what's happened, but in the meantime now what's happened, I put a little tear in it. I've got some duct tape. I could actually put a bit of duct tape on it, but it didn't actually take me that long to put up. So as I say, the plan is at the weekend to I'll use a new one of these, and my plan is to use this for the shelter. With some candles on the inside. I've made one before. I might put a card up so you can go back and have a look at the previous one I made. When I put a long fire out the front, I had spruce boughs in the on the floor, and it was amazing how warm it got. It really was. So not tried it with candles, but obviously they give out sort of 1 BTU, 1 British thermo unit per candle, so just sort of 3 or 4 of them inside that shelter I think will sort of obviously increase the temperature somewhat. So unfortunately I've rushed it just simply because of the times against me now, but there it is. Alright, so that's a super shelter on the quick. Alright, and also what I'm doing as well is I'm using this U-tool tarp as my inner, so that way I haven't got to muck around with a mylar sheet, because it's that coated with that foil stuff on the inside. So obviously I can just have the plastic on the outside enclosed on the ins. I'll build up my my base layer for my bed, and that'll be my shelter with obviously the sources of candles for heating up the interior. So yeah, cheers folks. Just to say, if you're after a new foraging bag, look at that. That's proper cool, isn't it? Trotter's independent. No, I'm alright, thanks. I'm not stuck with it.
Stuff it all in. I'm going to clean the pot when I get up. This is all, we'll put it all in one bag. I'll be owning it anyway.
Oh my god. That's some stuff. Something I don't really know why. The cold's getting to me. What I'm doing is I'm washing to back up. So